Hi there. So, when we're dealing with anxiety, lots of things to do with anxiety tend to go around in loops. And this can be the same with social withdrawal. It can start off for many different reasons. And many people experience social withdrawal because they already feel anxious. And some people's anxiety is reinforced because they opt out and don't expose themselves to this experience. Avoidance can definitely play a part in this. So, people who suffer from anxiety often have a strong desire to keep away from others and isolate themselves from the world. Others may sometimes interpret this as people being disinterested and not wanting to be friends anymore. But for people with anxiety, sometimes it can be that being exposed to the world in this way is just too unbearable. And it just causes too much anxiety for them to put themselves into those situations. Having panic attacks may be one reason why people choose to withdraw from socializing. If you have a panic attack while out, it can feel very embarrassing. It can feel like you're very vulnerable. It can be very frightening. If you start to fear that going out and about will trigger one of these to happen, then avoidance of these situations is understandable. The symptoms that you get during a panic attack, the sweating, palpitations, the shaking, and the nausea, are pretty unpleasant symptoms on their own. But for other people to see you in this state, where you feel out of control and vulnerable, can create a feel of needing to keep to yourself. Some people may be frightened of how other people are going to react to them, seeing them in that state. Having panic attacks can also limit other activities. You may worry about driving if you're going to have a panic attack, or being in the middle of the road. Social phobia can come about, where you have an overwhelming worry about other people's reactions to you and the judgments that they might make. This is often a very exaggerated fear that feels very real anyway. And because of this, you might choose to distance yourself from friends, even family, and social events. For some people, they may withdraw because of issues they have of focusing, concentration, and being able to speak clearly when they're feeling very anxious. So again, this can create worries around how people will judge them, see them. So they may avoid being in these situations. When this withdrawal goes to higher levels, it can mean that agoraphobia creeps in, which is where no space feels safe except for the home environment. It feels like that's the only place where they can be in control and manage things. Some people can manage to go outside, but may need somebody with them that they feel they can trust and understands their situation. Negative thoughts have a big part to play in all of this. The negative thoughts are often about judgment, criticism, people seeing them in a negative way. So the best thing to do is to try to do what you can do. If you do feel that you can manage to go out on occasions, really try to push yourself to do that. It's all about breaking this loop of building anxiety as we opt out more and more. Remember to always do those lovely, long, deep breathing exercises on a regular basis. This isn't for when you're panicky, this is preventative. So you need to do these 3 times a day. The 7-11 breathing is a really good exercise. And you can find information online about that. And of course, access the therapy so you can get this anxiety under control and start living your life fully again. This is Tina from Action on Anxiety. I'll speak to you again soon.